How is Jordan in class normally then?
Jordan is autistic. We've had difficulty finding motivations for him and incentives for him. So it's very difficult for him to work for something. And I think there's the same problem at home as well with mum and dad, that he doesn't tend to like anything. He very much likes his own space. He'll rock and tap his belly, and he likes to use his saliva to sensory to play with. He's non-verbal, but lots of vocalizations. Yes, and he's starting to learn sign language, he's starting to use his pecs, but communication is a real problem with him. He has periods of desperate crying and hysterical laughing, and he'll go from one to the other. And it is difficult to motivate him to work. He does enjoy intensive interaction, so when he's sat one-to-one with a member of staff, he'll make vocalizations, and the adult will copy those vocalizations, and he very much enjoys that. Yeah. And he likes lots of touch and sensory things.
And how's he found working with semantics in class then?
Semantics, at first he didn't like it at first. We've had it in the class now for the whole school year nearly. But gradually he's become more used to it. At first he was, the light in the lamp was attracting his attention. So very often he was turning around and looking at that. But now I think he's realised what's happening, and it's his movements that's making it happen. So he's really enjoying it now, and he's gone from just looking at the lamp to now he'll stand for about 5 minutes in front of it, which is quite unusual for Jordan, because he doesn't spend that amount of time on any activity, so which is great. He's difficult, Jordan, because he hasn't got any incentives or motivation at all. He just tends not to like anything in class, so we've been working hard to get him to like toys or the iPad, but he tends not to want to do anything. If he holds something, he throws it, so it is quite difficult for him. But this is the only thing that keeps him focused for a few minutes. He'll sort of spend 5 minutes at the board, whereas there's nothing else really that does that for him. The thing we found at the start was when it was on, the other children were distracted by it. So if I wanted Jordan to use it, other children would be distracted by it. But now they're all used to it. You can see they're in the background, they're all working, but Jordan's able to use it now. So, which is great, if it doesn't distract the other children. Now Jordan really likes one-to-one as well. So he came up to me there and wanted me to go in to do it. So often he'll pull me in to do it. Okay, so this is Jordan with the kaleidoscope. He standing in one position. He loves to move his arms. He does this quite a lot when he's using it. And I think that the sound is off now, but I know he's making vocalizations now at the moment as well. So he's doing a boop, 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 which is a really happy sound for Jordan. And now I switched it just to the 2 images, which he likes as well. Quite rigid to the spot at the moment, but lots of movements with his arms. And he's looking around, he likes to check what's going on around him. Did a lot of that at the beginning. When he first started using it, he'd walk too close to the board, and it took him quite a while to understand. I had to do a lot of sort of guiding him backwards initially, but now I think he's got it. He knows that he needs to step back slightly to see himself. He quite likes it when his parts of him disappear. And I think he's waiting for me to talk as well. He's sort of looking at me and waiting for me to say something. When I was videoing, I was a bit reluctant to talk because I knew I was videoing, so normally I'd be talking to him a little bit more. But he does like that, chatting, and it'll keep him at the board a little bit longer with a bit of encouragement. Again, he's vocalised it years with his boop, 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 boop. and I think he's used to me coming in with him as well, so I think he's sort of wondering why I haven't gone in with him at the moment. There isn't one he dislikes either. He tends to like all of the programs that are available on it. He enjoys them all. I just need encouragement. Sometimes when he uses it, very little movement, and he'll just, as he was doing then, just nodding his head. There we are. He's walked up to me now and pulled me. That was his choice. He pulled me into the screen.